Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's like 4:05 in the morning, and I've been up for a while. Did my body rub, feels good. Uh, did like few bowel movements, and the only reason I mention that is because I'm going to talk about the law of vital um, adjustment today, because this is a real critical part of our development as people, as a species, really. In the book Man's Higher Consciousness, Hilton Hotmas discusses the levels that man has gone through in the evolution, or more succinctly, the de-evolution, because we started off as perfect beings in a breatharian state, living off of cosmic energy. And over time, we started consuming liquid and became liquidarians, and then we started finding food, foraging in the forests. So we found hanging fruits and became fruitarians, and eventually started eating meat, and animals became carnivores, and then started learning to grow food, which became um, the vegetarian aspect. So all of these became de-evolution. They're not evolution. We've actually been slowly killing ourselves over, you know, um, millennials of time. This is not new. So as we start off as a brand new baby, in perfect form, in our urinarian state, in, bliss, we're floating in urine, we're drinking our urine, our body's developing in urine. And then we come out and, if we were properly fed and led to perfect nutrition, we would have just had our mother's milk and then go right back to being um, urinarians. But that's not how it works. We have been guided into consumption at every level. Now, the whole idea behind the law of vital adjustment is that our bodies can adjust to anything. Now, when I was a little kid, I started smoking. Now, the first time I inhaled, I nearly passed out. But in time, I started finding it easier and easier and easier. And so, hence, I developed the smoking habit. I started a sugar habit really early. I started a salt and just general eating habit really early. And it's been a long, long, long ride at this point. And so, um, every person, everybody, we start off perfect, and then we start indulging ourselves. People don't just become like excessively obese overnight. People do not become addicted to opiates and turn to heroin overnight, or become alcoholics overnight. This takes time. And our body will consistently make those adjustments. That's why it's called the law of vital adjustment, because our bodies will keep accommodating us as long as we don't kill ourselves quickly. We're basically just training our bodies to kill ourselves slowly. Now, all consumption is really literally poison to our body on a physiological sense, because we weren't, by design, we weren't really designed to have to eat. Now we have those organs, but that those organs will just go dormant if you just leave them alone. And I've proven that by fasting. And so I can raise and lower my weight. I've done it up to 20 pounds in 10 days, just like that, by eating or not eating. Now that's pretty dramatic. That's a lot of weight to adjust. But it's amazing what the bodies will do, because what we'll do is ingest, you know, and consume, and then digest, and then eliminate. Now, these three processes are just, they ride on their own. They're solo. It's like a continuous whole. You know, your mouth is one continuous hole that goes right down your throat, into your stomach, into your intestines, and out your ass. It's like one long tube. It has nothing to do with feeding the cells of our body. It has nothing to do with taking care of those elements at all. We've been led to believe that, but it's not true. You know, what we're doing to ourselves is slowly killing ourselves. Now, I can tell when I stop eating the difference of how my body feels. And, you know, I was leveling off at around 147, 148. Now, the lowest I've gone is 144. And the highest I've gone back up after eating is up to like 169, 170. So I can vary that much. You know, when you think about it, that's like you can vary in 20 and 25 pounds in just a matter of weeks. I can. I mean, it's just like crazy how effortless that becomes. So I'm more and more determined to become less dependent on food as an experience, you know, as a necessity, because I don't see it. You know, I really do see a more perfected body by simply breathing and eating less. And I just got my confirmed order that my turpentine is being delivered. I went out to look for it yesterday, and they only had like you know, paint grade and all that stuff. So I finally ordered it on Amazon today, and so again, I'm going to make a vital adjustment to see what my body can learn to do. So yeah, you have to look at it, you know, and that's where even with the urine therapy, see, your body, that's a natural, but our mind doesn't accept it. So, you know, we have to re-engineer the mind, the thinking part, in order to accept what it is that we're going to do, which is drink our pee. Now, once we accept that, once our mind accepts it, and we start doing it, it's effortless. It actually becomes very addicting in its own way, because it feels so good. It feels so healthy. The body rubs and the consuming of the urine every day, I feel it. I totally feel it. My body feels completely renewed, re-energized. It's like I am like a whole new person. So my nose is just dripping a little bit this morning. I don't know why. I know you people are going to go, well, you should be snorting it and drinking it in your nose right now. Well, I'll do that after. I'm in the middle of something right now. I can't really do that for the moment. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I could do it, but I'm not. So, anyway, I hope all this makes sense. I mean, the book, Man's Higher Consciousness, is really deep. That's why I reread it and reread it and reread it, because there's just so much information in there. There's so much vital information to understand of what the body really is and what the body really does on a physiological level. It's way different than we imagine, big time. So anyway, I wrote a poem this morning in view of this very idea, and I entitled it "The Condition of Man," and goes a little something like this: Vital adjustment, the law of the land, cause and effect, the condition of man. Each element we face or consume, our body adjusts so we can resume. We eat to live, and we eat to die. From breathers to gluttons, not questioning why. We kill ourselves slowly, just a little each day. with consumer attitudes leading the way. We ingest to digest and eliminate waste. From the excess of matter of the sugar and salt taste. We really don't need it, but we have been trained to think that we do so that we can sustain. By changing our thinking, we change our lives and change our habits to eliminate strife. Something like that. And it is. It's all about changing our habits. Whatever bad habits we've ever created, we can change them to good habits. It's simple, but it's hard. It's not easy because we're so conditioned. We have to change a lot of things in order to become something other than what we were. And if we really want to be healthy, if we really want to change our lives in positive ways, first thing we got to do is change our thinking about it. And then everything starts to become simpler and simpler as a result of that. So I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful and marvelous day wherever you are. And know that I love you. I send you peace, love, and boom! Ha ha! You've just been loved. Bye-bye now.